This is about the exterior of the 2019 TRD Off-Road Premium. And we're going to start with the very top. And up here is the, of course, luggage rack with the sidebars. But if you want the crossbars, they are extra at about $150. This is the rear air deflector. It's made of plastic. The rest of the vehicle on the outside is made of metal. And this air deflector contains the windshield wiper. And this area up in here you cannot reach with a squeegee to clean. You have to get to it with your fingers. The wiper itself cleans the center of the window. The rear tailgate here is made of metal. Some vehicles, they're plastic. And over here, if you want to make the window go up and down, you will have to use your key in here and turn it. This does get to be plugged up when you're off-road, and the dirt will fill that cavity. This is one of the things I was telling you about, how dirty this gets. This is the hole after a car wash, and you can see this is supposed to be all chrome colored, but it's not. It's all black and it's all full of dirt, and that's the only way you can get the window open from the back of the vehicle. So this is one of the things I don't know why they have it recessed like that, but they do. Okay, here's the rear view backup camera. It's right there, and it sits just above or just below the R and U on the 4Runner. It also is easily accessible to dirt. It picks up a lot of dirt when you're off-road. It kind of collects on that plastic lens, and pretty soon it gets completely covered over. And the same thing happens when you're on the road. It will get completely covered over with water and all that. As you go down a rainy road, it will all condense right onto that plastic lens. So when you are cleaning it, be sure to spray it first to get it wet and lightly clean it. You don't want to get a scratch on it because it just becomes amplified and it's just not good. So be careful when you clean this. One of the things about this is, you see all this dirt right in here? This gets in under the door, and when you wash the vehicle, it doesn't come out. The only way to get to it is to open the door and then clean it out. So anyways, into the back here, over here we have a tie-down hook. We have a place here and up there that is for the cargo cover. We have another little place to hook things, and another place identical over here. And we have a little cargo spot right here over the wheel well. And in this spot here, we have the jack. This is where the jack is stored. And we have the little hooks up there. They're also for tie downs. Another tie down there, tie down there. And inside here, those where those little lifts are, there's a little tiny cargo area there. And it's only about 3 inches deep and about 3 foot wide, and it's got a funny shape, so you can't really put much in there. Over here we have another cargo area, storage area. I think I'm going to make some kind of a little door or something to put things up here, because otherwise things just kind of come out. Another little cargo area. And here we have a 400 watt 110 volt plug-in. Next to that is a another accessory port, usually for another USB. And then we have the cargo tray, which is this thing here, and we have the handle or latch, and if you push that over, then this pulls out. You can release that and it will automatically stop. And there's also a little storage area underneath it for something about 1 inch or 2 inches tall. And if you do this again, it'll release and you can pull it all the way out. And this is real handy if you're into camping, because you can have a little camping setup here with a stove and plates and things like that that you push in and just go, you just go away. And then when it's kind of time to camp, you pull this out and there's everything right in front of you, because it helps, because you don't bump into the bumper, or the tail, the trailer hitch or anything like that. This sits out from that. It's also better on your back when you try to lift things out and put them in the cargo area. Instead of having to go in and strain your back, you can just put them on here and then just take and release the latch and push everything right back in again. So it's kind of a neat little option that you can get with your vehicle. So also right down here there's a hole, and that hole is where you insert a rod from the jack storage, and you crank that around, and then the tire will come down below, and then you take the tire off the chain, and that's that. And then you put your flat tire onto the chain, you come back up here and you crank it back up, and it pulls it on into the spare tire well. Now, one of the things I don't like is there's no lights up above at all, so that if the tailgate is closed and you put the window down to try to get something from inside, you really can't see what's in here because it's very dark. The only lights you have are on the tailgate up inside. And so you want to pull the door, you're going to pull down, and this is a pretty strong supported tailgate. You gotta, takes a little strength to pull this one down. And here's where, of course, the trailer hitch is, but as you can see, there's no place to plug in your trailer lights or the brakes, and so Toyota, for some reason, has put that under the vehicle, up under here. And so you have to kind of get down and get to that. I don't know why they put it there, but they did. There's also your hook. Now my vehicle came with the wheel lock, the funny shaped lock for the stud. So if you do get that, be sure to look to see if your vehicle has it, and make sure you do not lose that key, because they are not cheap to replace. On the Toyota, you have a fuel cap door, and for some reason on the 4Runner this does not lock. It just snaps open, and inside there is normally a line going from here to hook onto your fuel cap, and there's a place to store the fuel cap when you are refueling. I took the original off and put in a lockable fuel cap so that you can protect your fuel tank better. The Toyota key fob, which is actually relatively large, it's about 4 inches long and it's about 3/4 of an inch thick, so it is larger than some. It has 3 buttons on it. This one, which unlocks everything, this one that locks everything, and this one here is your panic button. That's the only ones you have. There is nothing that unlocks the rear lift gate, window, or anything else. It's just locked or unlocked. I also found that this button right here seems to get pushed even if it's in your pocket, or it's just accidentally pushed. This is the driver side door lock. It's all the locks on the vehicle are electronic. There are no mechanical locks, so if your battery dies, you're pretty much in trouble. But here you would stick the key in and turn it to the left, and that locks all the doors. If you turn it to the right, that unlocks the main door, and if you turn it again, it unlocks the rest of the doors. Of course, on the hood, you have the hood scoop on the TRD, and it looks nice, but it is completely non-functional. Now, if you want to open the hood, you have to come in and come down here, and this is the hood release. Pull that out, and you of course hear it open up. Now, to get in, place your hand right about where the Toyota symbol is, and there's a little latch, and you want to grab hold and push that over, and then lift up the hood, and the only thing holding it up is these two look like shock absorbers, which keep it up. Windshield wiper fluid goes here, your power steering fluid goes here. This of course is the dipstick for the oil, right up in front. Moving along, of course, the battery, and this is the box that contains all the relays and the fuses, and you have to get into it by this little latch down here, and over here is, of course, is where you add the oil. This is your brake assembly, your master cylinders, and this place here you can hook up a computer to. Your air intake is over here, and that's where your air filter is inside here. It's hard to see, but there are lines in the windshield that go along here. And these are your windshield wiper heaters. There's a button inside you can push and turn those on, and they will help with the removal of ice that will pile up on your windshield wipers. I do recommend you get these auto vent shades. That's the name of the company, Auto Vent Shades, I believe it is. These are made in America. And if you put them on correctly, which means cleaning it and then cleaning it with the alcohol wipe and then placing that on, they will last a long time. I've had another vehicle where they managed to stay on for about 20 years. And even if they do begin to come loose, this tape, this that you can see here, this plastic tape, it's a 3M tape, and it's easily replaceable, and you could buy it at an auto parts store just about anywhere. And this is what you see looking under the front with the skid plate, and of course the tires, your tow hooks, The Toyota 4Runner comes with not much in the way of options. And external colors, there's about something like 6, maybe 7 external colors they come in. But the interior, you only get black. That's it. You get your choice of one engine. That's what it comes with, and it comes with a 5-speed automatic transmission. So far I observed the transmission is not fast at shifting and is a little bit on the clunky side, but it's been a good workhorse engine wise and transmission wise on these vehicles forever. They pretty much designed the vehicle years ago and they said it works good and we're leaving it alone. The biggest option that I found was worthwhile was the KDSS suspension. It's not cheap, but it keeps the vehicle very well grounded to the road. Mechanically, it's an excellent vehicle. I haven't found any actual mechanical issues with it whatsoever. If you're looking for a vehicle that's really good off-road, this is probably one of the best, if not the best, as far as production vehicles that are affordable at least and multi-purpose. If you're looking for a vehicle that has lots of bells and whistles, this is not your vehicle. It basically has about the same technology as far as options go that were available 20 years ago. You have power windows, you have power door locks, tilting steering wheel, radio, GPS, and that type of thing, but that's about it.